Well, I just bought this 64-year-old boat. So this is my new 1961 Redfish, all fiberglass boat, built in the Kennedy administration and based on the 2007 registration sticker. Has not seen the water since the Bush administration. So we got that going for us. I don't really know what it needs. I'm not really a boat guy, but there was just a great deal on this thing on Marketplace, and I just had to have it. So here we are. So this fine watercraft here has a 4-cylinder, 115 horse motor. Probably hasn't run since 2007 or so. So we got that to figure out. It's got these great big fins on the back, like a 59 Chevy almost. Remote control spotlight, looks like something out of a Doctor Who episode. And it's got your typical 60s dashboard furnishings. Well, it's supposed to be some pretty hot weather this week, and I would love to take my brand new boat to the lake. So we're going to see if we can't make that happen. First thing, I guess, first question is, will it run? And the second question is, will it float? And after that, everything's pretty trivial. So we're going to jump right into it. So the first step is going to be remove the whole lower unit here, because I know there's a little rubber impeller. These things have a sort of positive pressure water pump, this impeller, these vanes that spin, and it's made of rubber and it goes bad. So we got to pull that out and get a new one. Easy. And here's our lower unit. And our water pump should be right in here. Lost a washer already. Haven't even worked on this thing for 5 minutes and I already lost a washer. Here's the housing. And there's our impeller. So here's our impeller. And originally I thought, oh, I'll throw the muffs on here and try and start it, and then replace the impeller after. And I'm glad I didn't, because as per usual, these things are, it's old rubber, you know, just cracks apart. Glad I listened to all the online forums about this thing. But here's the housing, and I don't know if you can tell, but the bolt hole is not centered in this. It's smaller on this side than it is on that side. And so that goes in here, you know, and it's kind of sprung. And as it twists, it compresses the water on the smaller side and then springs back out on the bigger side and makes water pumpage happen there. So pretty neat. I'm gonna see if I can't find a new one of these online. Well, you gotta love one-day shipping. I'm gonna throw this one back together and show you guys when it's done. Alright, so I just stole the battery out of my 78 GMC, and before I do anything else, I'm just dying to know if that spotlight works. And look at that. And the moment of truth, does it move? No way. I don't even care about the rest of the boat now. That thing is so cool. Kind of has trouble going to the starboard side. That's alright. And the switch is lighted, which is pretty cool.
these are our gauge lights, which work, and the nav lights up there. This is super cool. Never seen this cigarette lighter light thing. You push it in and gives you a little extra light there. Kind of neat. Oh. It wants to work. I'll have to take that apart and clean it. But we even have air conditioning. How cool is that? Turn these back off. Moment of truth, this is probably all you guys care about, is if the thing turns over. And it does, but the bendix doesn't come out, so that gear doesn't engage with the flywheel. Well, shouldn't take too much to get that fixed. What else here? I don't know. Pretty exciting though. Thing might actually run. So I just picked up some fuel for this thing. Unfortunately, I have plenty of 2-cycle oil left over for my 2-cycle ultralight airplane. So we're gonna mix up some fuel. It's got fuel and it has power, and so now stick some water on here with these muffs. These clip onto the side of the water inlet right there and force water in, because this thing would be cooled with the lake water, of course. And now we're gonna crank it over, see if it's got spark. Probably use a little tune-up, but I'd say it runs pretty good. Well, she actually runs really pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and probably change the plugs and do a little bit of a tune-up, maybe change the gearbox oil, and fix a few other things, and we'll be ready to hit the lake. So keep watching. Should get pretty exciting here soon. Well, everybody, here we are headed to the lake. I'm doing a voiceover now.
I've done a bunch of work on the boat that I didn't bother showing, but a bunch of little stuff here and there. And here we are, made it to the lake, and gonna stick this thing in the water and see if it floats. It'll be the first time off of this trailer since 2007, so pretty exciting. 2007 was a pretty good year. That was the year the iPhone came out, so we got that going for us, but I guess that was also the year of the mortgage crisis, so that's not too cool. Maybe that's why the boat quit going on the lake. But anyways, there it is. Look at it. It floats. How cool is that? So yeah, step one, it does float. And now we gotta see if it does all the other boat things. So I guess 2007, that's also the year that Google Street View came out. So the more you know. Anyways, here I am, walking down the dock, ready to board my ship. And my crew today, I'm joined by my grandfather Dave here, and my uncle Ashley right there. And that's my cousin, his name's Soren. And yeah, real flattering pictures of everybody here. So anyways, let's see how it goes.
Floating, huh? No water? Yeah. Well, let's see if it starts. Down. I think so. Yeah, there's a hook that actually latches it down. Yeah. Once it's down, and I didn't hook that. That's why it's down. Yeah. But it only do that in reverse, I think. Yeah, I
think so. So we soon figured out that this is actually about as fast as the boat would throttle up. Didn't seem to have that problem outside of the water. But I was just running it off of the muffs to pump water through it, and I guess once there's load on the propeller, it actually kind of had some problems bogging down and stalling, so got some work yet to do on the fuel system.
Yeah. I don't think it's running quite right. Sometimes that will give you the load.
Yeah. No, I just use the muffs, but need a bigger bucket.
Maybe. Well, successfully had about 2 hours worth of boating, with a few minutes here and there of tinkering on the engine, which I would say is not too bad. It's usually the way things work out for me anyways, so worked out pretty good. And usually I'm saying it's back on the road, but in this case I'd say this thing is back on the water. And yeah, all things considered, you know, really not bad for a 64-year-old boat that has sat for, let's see, 18 years. You know, to be able to work on it for a couple days and stick it back on the water and resurrect it, if you will. So this thing was once somebody's pride and joy, and has sat for a long time. So it's good to spark some life back into it. But that's pretty much it for this one. Lots of work left to do on this boat. Maybe I'll do another video, maybe not. I'll be working on it either way. But in the meantime, if you're still watching and you like what you watched, I do this kind of stuff all the time, usually with cars or airplanes or RVs, and there's always something going on, and I post a video every Friday at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So, yeah, go check out the other videos if that's something you like. And if not, no problem. But that's going to be it for this one. And I will see you guys in the next video.